Okie dokie, welcome to the next tutorial of Blender. So today I'm going to be showing you how to put some patterns on some spheres. So we're going to be going ahead and using the shading tab today. I'm going to go ahead to begin with and go to the render engine just here at the side. We're going to go with render engine Eevee and switch that out to cycles. I'm going to go ahead and delete the default cube just for now, and we will add in mesh and UV sphere. So what I want to do primarily is just press G and bring this up. So let's press S for scale, bring this up just a little bit more so that we can see what's going on. Right click shade smooth. And I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. So let's go with Shift D. Duplicate this over, and then Shift D, duplicate this over, so we can make 3 different patterns essentially with the shading tab. So what we're going to do is let's go up to the top right here, click the shading tab. You'll see that we have the 3 spheres that we began with. You'll see in the middle of the screen that we have something called new. This will add a new material, and the material will pop up when we click this as material 001. Now I'm going to rename this as S1 for the sphere 1, and I'm going to go ahead and just place these to the side right here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go down to texture. Now within texture we have all of these different textures right here. We have the brick texture, which will make anything from brick. The checker texture will do something similar to the brick texture, but obviously it's a little bit more uniform. The environment texture I don't really experiment with. And the main ones really that I use are the magic texture, noise texture, Veroni texture to add cracks, and you've got wave texture to add a little bit of emphasis to an ocean modifier if you wanted to use that, or if you have ever had used that in the past. So we're going to go ahead with the brick texture for the first one. What you want to do is place the brick texture just at the side right here. You want to make sure that you go up to the viewport shading at the top and make sure that material preview is available. Click this one. Or alternatively, you can go to viewport shading rendered. Now the viewport shading rendered will put a little bit of strain on your PC, just be aware of that, compared to the material preview that is sat right next to it. So it's just these little circles up here in the top rightish corner. So with this brick texture that we have here in the middle, we're going to take colour, hold down the controller, and we will go ahead and plug this into base colour. Now you'll see immediately as we've done that, we have this nice little brick texture coming through. Now, because this is a sphere, we can see that the pattern kind of disrupts a little bit right here, and it kind of distorts a little bit right here. That's perfectly fine. If we go ahead and go back to the layouts menu, and I just go ahead and add in some cubes. So let's go with G to bring this across, G to bring this up, S for scale. And we look at the exact same material on a cube compared to a circle, we can get an idea of how this works. So let's go 1 cube here, Shift D, cube for the middle, and Shift D, cube for the end one. We'll go back to the shading tab, and I'm going to click this cube right here, go down to the drop down, which is next to the new that we saw before, and we're going to just put S1. So now you can see with these 2 materials right here from more of an upward view how the material kind of wraps around. So you'll notice that the square right here just kind of has a lot of lines, whereas the circle kind of tries to fill those lines in a little bit better. So if we were to go for the second one right here, you want to click the new material in the middle. We'll call this S2 for sphere 2. We're going to go ahead with a magic texture. So let's go with add texture, magic texture for color to base color. And this is the kind of thing that you will get for magic texture. So it's kind of a weird psychedelic kind of thing that goes on right here. You can also distort this, and you can see why I call it kind of like the psychedelic shader, because as you can see, it kind of gets a little bit crazy in here. So we're going to go ahead with the cube and go down to that drop down menu, select the S2, and this is how this material behaves on a cube compared to a sphere. So the next one that we could do in theory is, I kind of want to go for a metallic right here, but because we're doing shading tab, let's go ahead and add another texture into here. So we're going to go with new material to begin with. We're going to name this as S3 for the third material. We have principal BSDF right here. We have material output. We can go with, I'm going to change the principal BSDF to a glass BSDF. So to do this, we're going to go into the materials tab at the side, which is kind of like this nice little world at the bottom that kind of looks pinkish red. We'll go with principal BSDF drop down, and we'll change this to glass BSDF. So now we have this nice little glass coming through. And you'll notice that it is a little bit cloudy. So all we need to do with that is just change down the roughness, and this should become clear. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go add with texture. And you could use any texture really for this, totally up to you. Let's try the Gabor. If you put the value into the colour, this is what happens. You kind of get this nice little glass stripe kind of look. You can also increase the frequency and decrease the frequency. If you wanted these lines a little bit more defined as well, what you could do is go to add, colour ramp, place this in the middle. What you want to do is bring the black towards the white. The closer they are, the more contrast they will be, as you can see. So we kind of get this nice little kind of interrupted stripe as well, just halfway through. And we kind of get it at the bottom as well. So it's totally up to you what you want to use for that one. And if we render this one out, you can see that this has now become see-through and we have all these lines over it. The next thing that we could do is we could put the exact same shader onto the cube. So we're going to go with S3. This is how it will behave on a cube. And you can see that there's a lot of lines coming down at the side. It's not as uniform as the sphere, but it's some nice little ideas that you can use for projects. If you want to change any of the colours on these as well, let's go for the magic texture in the middle right here. If we just move this to the side and add colour ramp. Now this is going to change both the textures on each of these, just be aware of that. If you need to split those up, it's just the little duplication right here next to the shield. Just click that and then make S2.5 or something like that, I don't know. So yeah, we can now change the tones and the colours on this as well into something that we'd like. So I hope that tutorial is insightful for you on how these shaders work on different objects. Yeah, if you like the tutorial, please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.